The date, no idea. The 3rd, the 4th, 2nd of June, I will tell you why. I have no idea. Right, this morning what I've been doing is I did lift my garlic a couple of weeks ago. They're not the biggest that I've ever had. And as you can see, some of them have split, which is alright because I'm going to pulverise them and store them as in lazy garlic. And pop them in the freezer, but we've had no leaf miner, so that's the majority of them there. We've had very, very wet weather, so that's what I've put down to a lot of them splitting. I'm alright, I'm quite happy with that, that'll do me. That'll do us in the kitchen, that's to go into the compost. What's next? I've had about a fortnight and it's still ongoing of really absolute terrible, unwell. I've been unwell for about a fortnight, guys, so there we go. And the reason I'm not on camera this morning is because I am still getting over a prickly heat. I have never in my life had it before and I never in my life want it again. So it started off, as I said, about a fortnight ago. Let's have a wee look round here. Can't wait until these enormous poppies that I got the seeds from my neighbour next door, wee mammy that's in her 80s. She gave me seeds out of massive poppies last year and I cannot wait to see them in full bloom. Anyway, about a fortnight ago I just started feeling not well, took a COVID test, no COVID, but it was indeed a very heavy dose of the flu, yes, and it floored me for 8 days I think. 8 days I felt absolutely hideous, and that is that's me having the flu jag. So God knows what it would have been like if I hadn't had the injection, excuse me. There we go, looking at the raised bed. We have our sweet corn. Doing absolutely fantastic this year, thank goodness me. And we do have some green beans down along the poles. If I just squeeze by the pears that I've had to tie up again because, or cover up again should I say, because Hannibal must be smelling something from them and has been having his nose inside this netting, trying to get them. He's not getting them this year. In the middle there we have 3 small cantaloupe melons. As I said, the green beans and a variety of sunflowers, some small and some large. And down here we do have our pumpkins that I showed you a few weeks ago that I'm hoping to trail all the way down this bit of plastic or reed fabric. So that's looking absolutely fantastic in there and I'm well chuffed with that, but I'm trying to play catch up because in those 8 or 9 days obviously I wasn't fit to do anything, and the garden, vegetables, whatever, everything was suffering and there's only so much Roy can do. That is my rat's tail radish. I'm going to leave the ones now until they go brown and crispy, and I'll save the seeds for next year. So everything in here in this flower bed is looking tickety-boo. So anyway, after I had the flu, up and at 'em, felt alright. I thought, oh, I'll just go out there and start the watering. And outside started the watering, lifting, what, 20 litres of water in a bucket 2 or 3 times. Sat down for a break. There's the pears in question. And I had indeed pulled a muscle in my back. So that was me for another 3 days. I was walking like John Wayne. Honest to goodness, it's non-stop. And then when I did indeed feel better again, obviously the full garden needed trimmed, it needed the lawnmower out, and I went hell for leather on it. The full day, day and a half, and then I started getting this itch on my back and I said, oh, I've just got too much sun. Nope. It was all up in lumps and bumps, red, raw, looked it up, prickly heat, as I said. Never ever had it before. And that was 3 days on my back. Thank goodness that's gone. But it moved to the scalp, to my face, to my chest, shoulders and down my arms. So what I have been doing, I can put up with it around the front, but the back was absolutely, oh, it was unbelievable. And so for the past 2 or 3 days, what I've been doing is coming out first thing in the morning. I can feel my chest starting to itch already because the sun is now coming through. I'm trying to squeeze through. It's meant to be a roaster today. And get quite a few things done first thing in the morning and then about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So there we go, guys. That's where I've been. I've been nowhere apart from dying off, but I did get blood results back about 4 weeks ago stating that I was very low in vitamin D. So I think my actual immune system's been down. I think that's what it is. And I've just been getting everything and anything that's going. So fingers crossed we're on the mend now. As I said, they come in threes, don't they? So that's me had my 3. Please somebody give me a break so I can carry on. Right, let's have a wee look. Oh, round the other side of this raised bed. Bell peppers, jalapenos, some lettuce. Not very happy with this raised bed that we had the wildflowers in, guys. It was absolutely chock-a-block with wildflowers, so maybe it's just been really far too hot in there as well. And some of them haven't taken, but never mind. That's my teasel. Roy absolutely hates this. I really like it, and come the winter it's feed for the birdies. So it's staying. Over there we do have a couple of cantaloupe melons, and I think in the middle we do have a watermelon. Whether it comes to anything I don't know, we'll see. Right, over here behind the poly, the latches are ready for putting out their flower heads. That lettuce is almost gone now, so I've re-sown. Some more smaller poppies coming up in there. I think they're seeds from Linda, my friend Linda, and some cosmos. But in here it's fantastic, and I think that cabbage now it needs to get lifted. It's flopped over, but the head, I don't know if it's picking that up. But the head's solid, as I was in there tidying up yesterday. A couple of these sluggies have been in there, I think, during the night. And that's after me tidying it up. And in between there, yes, we do have carrots. Carrots have come up. Sorry if you can't see that, guys. Sorry if that's not picking that up. Hopefully it is. So yes, as you can see, something's had a wee munch at that. So I'll need to get in there and sort that out and find the culprit. Because I don't want any more damage on them. They're looking absolutely great. Right, as you've seen at the beginning, inside of the poly, tomatoes have come on fine and dandy, but the thing is, I'm not really needing to water them very much at all. I know it was all dug over, the soil down the bottom was all dug over, it clay, and then we put what is it, manure and fresh compost in. But the soil doesn't seem to be drying out very much at all, and it's, I mean, the temperatures in here has gone through the roof. It's went right up by the end of the thermometer. This side seems to be a bit better than the other side. So I do hope they're all going to do alright. Plenty of flowers and tomatoes coming on, most of them. We do have cornflowers popping up at the end that I just thrown in. And that's a few extra leeks that I've got. A few extra leeks down there, just in case the ones that are popped in the ground don't take with this heat. We shall see. Over here we do have more tomatoes, as you can see. I don't know if you're picking it up at the back. There we do, we have our green beans coming up in there, and a couple of squash for climbing up the netting, hopefully. And my lavender has went absolutely doolally this year, this one. It smells amazing. Here beside my wheelbarrow, strawberries are almost finished now. Let's go into this raised bed. Hannibal is dying for me to throw his ball. That's the tomato leaves that I've cut off this morning. They have to go in the compost. That's the Gora that I was showing you away at the beginning of the season. Looking beautiful. Plenty of tomatoes in here. Some dill. This here is an extra large cucumber, that's what it's called, extra large cucumber, looking fantastic. More tomatoes. We do have some sweet peas from Linda. Taking a wee bit of a time to get going, but they're coming through, Here's some spinach in the middle, but that's getting eaten up by God knows what. Another little cucumber, just a normal one, market more, is along the end, and along here we do have a big pumpkin, hopefully. The sticks and the frame is going to hold it, and then away over yonder by a variety of mixed tomatoes as well. That bed over there has been emptied out, that's for salad. We're going to get some salads in there. And across in this one is to be dug over, get some fertiliser in it, and that's going to be for winter veg. Well, it's not been a very good year for the onions. I did take out the shallots. It was absolutely far too wet. We had rain non-stop, and then all of a sudden we've had really, really dry, very, very hot weather. But I think it's the rain. They don't really like to get their bums wet. So the shallots are a no-go this year. They were pulled out. But these onions that's left in here are doing all right so far. So fingers crossed we'll get a wee bit of onions. There's not a lot there. Which I am intending on just letting them all just go wild. They can do whatever they like. Is some butternut. And they're doing all right at the minute. So fingers crossed they can just roam and go wherever they like. And we do have our gooseberries, our goose cogs. Won't be long till I can get some jam out of them. Unfortunately, as I said before, there's absolutely nothing grows beside Luscious's tree, my big giant oak. What I have indeed just put pots all the way along. Inside there they do take a daily watering, but it's better than not having anything in there at all. So there was a compromise. This side here is definitely a lot better than under the oak tree, but it's still not very good at all. So I'm thinking more grasses in there. More grasses in there, and it'll fill it out a wee bit. But yes, this end of the garden is not doing too well at all. Lilac is obviously finished for the season. And we do have our passion flowers coming along the top. And I do see the odd lily popping up, and we do have a hazelnut tree there somewhere. Yep, very dry up this end. Can't do nothing with it. Right, last but not least, before I have to run into the house before the sun comes out, my chest and my arms are starting to itch. So, unfortunately, it's housework. But I can't get too hot. I'll finish off with the pond. I just topped that up this morning. Some nice fresh water for the fish. So sorry I'm not on camera, guys, but I've had a fortnight of absolute blinking hell. That's the only way to describe it. I am alive, so I have to be thankful for that. I hope you are all staying nice and cool, because the UK is meant to be getting lovely weather as well. But until the next time, from me and my wee gnome that Daniel bought me for my birthday, au revoir, toodle poop, and bye-byes.